Okay. Hey,
Hey, I'm pointing up at you, assuming that people see it the same way.
and I'm pointing next to you because I'm on gallery view. So
Ah, well, we're 121?
20.
20, 120 episodes in, and we still don't know.
Someday we'll know.
Super basic.
I can't wait until we're like, we should talk about the documentary because we forgot we talked about the documentary.
Oh, man.
That's going to be the greatest.
Oh, then, yeah.
I would love if somebody who there are people who watch the show. Yeah. Um, I wonder if you're watching like I don't know, maybe let's say we've talked about The Stranger more than once. I don't know if we have, but if we have, I wonder if we like it once and don't like it the other time. That'd be great.
I would bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we've been listening to the guy for a long time. And, when you listen to the same, uh, yeah, I definitely go through cycles where I'm like, I like The Stranger, and then I don't like The Stranger.
Yep.
Whistling is cool, and then I hate the whistling over the course of what, 40 years now.
Yeah. I had this epiphany many years ago that still troubles me. And the epiphany is if you ask me what I think, I'll tell you what I think. And then later on, I'll go, but is that what I think?
Right? Yeah. Or did I have a reaction I wanted to elicit?
Yeah. And do I even know what I think?
Yeah. And is it a knowable thing or is it constantly fluid?
Yeah. You watch any video with any competent neuroscientist talking about why you probably don't have free will, you won't sleep.
Yeah.
It's very upsetting,
Yeah. No, I don't like it.
but they're probably right.
They're probably right. I mean, obviously, if you do have free will, it's only to a point.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, well, we probably shouldn't delve into that.
Yeah, no, oh, that's a different podcast.
Oh, think about it.
Alex and Jim talk about things you don't want to think about.
It sounds like it's going to be very popular.
Oh, Lord, that probably would. Uh, So, a little house cleaning, we'll call it house cleaning. But speaking of the stranger, it's the one thing we didn't mention in part one, or I think I forgot to mention it, which was I did like discovering that the whistle was a placeholder.
Yeah, great.
That was
I,
neat.
when the placeholder makes it to the final um, product,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of the Phil Collins song Sussudio,
Yep.
which he just was a nonsense word he was using in the studio until he could figure out what the song should be.
And
And
then
then
it was that.
became an earworm, and everybody's like, "Oh, I like that." Just
Yeah. The song Philadelphia from the movie Philadelphia, very haunting song.
yeah.
That's a demo.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I didn't either. He recorded a demo. It's not what they wanted because they wanted something really rockin'. And then they heard that and went, oh no, that.
That's great.
And
Wow.
then the other thing I didn't know about Bruce is that he had written that for personal loss he had experienced with a friend who passed away. And the fact that it won all those awards made him very happy
Oh, good.
because it was like a nice testament to this friend of his.
Fantastic.
And so every time the award came, it wasn't about him at that moment. It was like, hey, people are, whether they know it or not, people are remembering my friend.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn it. Great to be an artist, isn't it?
Yeah. I love how much Bruce Springsteen loves Billy Joel.
It's really great.
Right?
Yeah, it's really great. All the artists that, appear in that documentary and some that don't. It's so nice to be validated by
Yeah.
them. I will say, Garth Brooks, man, he's such a phony. He's so I mean, I think he's sincere in everything he says, but he's such a drama queen about it.
Yeah.
Really funny. He feels, I feel like he's a guy who cries at commercials. Um, like those are his actual feelings, but the way he expresses them are so funny to me.
Yeah, which is very funny that he likes Billy Joel because
Yeah.
Billy Joel is, not describe him as phony.
No, no, maybe corny sometimes.
Sure.
Um,
Self-loathing.
sure. What's more authentic than that?
My God.
Standing up only to turn on the AC in here.
Nice.
That's short for air conditioning.
Oh, let me write that down because I always forget what that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
People will come to my house and it's steamy hot and they'll say, "Is the AC working?" And I'll just say yes because I'm embarrassed.
You'll turn on Anderson Cooper.
That's right.
You're like, is this better?
And they'll go, oddly enough, yes.
Yeah, I do feel I do feel a little chill.
It's very soothing. Yeah. And how great to get even more flowers from Mr. Paul McCartney. Come on.
Lovely. What a nice man.
Yep.
We've been through it over and over again, but so nice. Understands, he's in that class of celebrity who understands what they mean to people,
Yeah.
doesn't fight it. He's just like, yes, I know this is a blessing from Paul McCartney.
Yeah.
Be a dick about it. Also not going to retreat from it.
Yep. One of the things I found interesting and I'd never thought about it was all of not all of, but a lot of Billy Joel's peers, when they go on tour, they talked about it. Look like old men dressed as rock and rollers
Yes.
because they're old men.
Yeah.
And the tours they go on, I mean, sometimes they're still great, but they're easy to make fun of because come out in your leather pants or whatever,
Yeah.
and if you're Don Henley or whatever, and you're like, oh, Don Henley, please take your blood thinner and stop pretending to be angry or whatever.
Yeah. Don't wear your leather jackets.
But Billy Joel was always lumpy and he was always,
Always old
yep,
in a lot of ways. Um, and doesn't, now in concert, he dresses like he should.
yep,
Just like he did when he was 30.
yep,
He just wears like a lot of black, a blazer.
yep.
Yeah. That's you're there now.
And
No, no fake hair.
that's right. Oh yeah, the non-fake hair is incredible.
Incredible. We hired a contractor to build a thing for our terrace, and he came over the other day. He's my age, 59 or 58, something like that. Came over with like jet black hair. I'd seen him before with Salt and Pepper, and my immediate thought was, "Oh, you look like an old rock star." That is such a look.
Yep.
There was when I lived in Chelsea, there was an old rock star on my block. I think he was like minor leagues, but was probably a big deal in New York in those like 70s, 80s, maybe.
Sure.
Like a lot of people, I didn't know who he was. I never found out, but I saw a lot of deference to him. He was always like buying weird art, and he had just the biggest, bushiest head of jet black hair. He walked with a cane, and he had a leather jacket. It's like you just, at that level, I get it. Like he's like, oh, people might not be sure who I am, so I'm gonna wear the costume.
Yeah.
They're like, Don Henley, we know who you are.
Yeah. If
Okay, put
I
on
guess if you need to hopefully sign stuff or you're hoping for free coffee from a place that recognizes you,
yes, totally.
then yeah, I guess wear the outfit.
Yeah.
But Lord, yeah, it's just funny because I didn't even think about the fact that, he had a lot of rockin' songs, but they do age well for an older man playing them.
Yes. And and I think the piano helps a lot.
Yeah.
does exist outside of time. You know,
Yep.
it
Yeah,
does.
he's seated the whole damn time. So, and he always was.
Yeah. And there was never, he didn't go through like an electric drums phase.
Yeah.
It was just, oh, I'm gonna play my piano, then you'll hear the saxophone for a little bit,
Yeah.
and then back to me.
One
Uh,
of my favorite things about all of the clips of him, young, old, whatever, was anytime he was seated at a piano, just how much he's just futzing with stuff.
yeah, yeah. I think I've told the story when I saw him at Wrigley Field, uh, and the lights were attracting moths, so he was just being swarmed by moths. Time he was playing, then he had a big green fly swatter on top of the piano, and was just doing this whenever he was talking to the crowd, pushing moths away. I was like, yeah, I could see you doing that when you were 30.
Yep.
I hear, like his new song, Turn the Lights Back On, could have been a B-side on Piano Man,
Yep.
would have fit right in. Like, he's not married to the moment. It was a delight.
Yep.
He did get married a lot, though. We did learn
Oh my
through
Lord.
speaking of the documentary.
So Christy Brinkley clearly was very deeply in love with her husband.
Yeah, it was very sweet.
Yeah.
Also, pretty quickly, Sue and I were watching it and we're like, oh, she's a lot. I could see, especially to like an introverted guy,
Yep.
it would be hard to be out with her. A sweetheart, but like all the videos that she shot and all the announcing, like here we are on a lake in Vermont, right, Billy? And you see him like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, oh, I can see what that was not the easiest, probably.
True, very true. Yeah, like the way trying to teach him to deal with the paparazzi was funny.
Yes, fair.
That
Great.
was funny because, of course, the other thing she goes, just smile. And there's a difference between a Christy Brinkley smile and a Billy Joel smile.
Yeah. Yeah. He's a guy who, if he smiles, you go, what's wrong?
Yeah,
What happened? Why are you smiling?
yeah, she lights everything up, and he does make you concerned.
Yeah. You're like, oh, he had a stroke. Oh no.
Yeah, or if he's young and he's smiling, you're like, oh, this guy might take a swing at me.
Right?
Who knows?
Or might still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me. I didn't know, and the documentary didn't cover that he had dated Elle Macpherson first.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I guess very briefly, as a result of that same meeting in St. Bart's,
Yeah.
and had written Uptown Girl about her.
Okay, that I still didn't know because the documentary didn't say it.
I don't know where I got this info, but I did get it because I was stunned.
Yeah. So I knew the other song was about Elle Macpherson.
What other song?
And so it goes, right? Isn't that?
Oh, I don't know about that.
I thought that was about Elle Macpherson.
Entirely possible. Yeah, I don't know that.
But I found it so yeah, I found the placement of that song weird because it seemed out of order a little bit,
Uh-huh.
right? Because I thought that was before um the hell album is that on?
Which one?
And so it goes.
I think that's Stormfront.
Stormfront, yeah. Yeah, so because they did all the like, Innocent Man stuff, and then they brought that song back. But that's just an editing choice, which is fine.
Sure.
But you know what was really funny? It seemed to me like you really put the gas faster and faster on the wives.
Yeah, yes.
It just seemed to
I,
really speed up.
I was trying to ascertain whether that was the documentary. It did feel like the second half was like, and then a bunch more stuff happened.
Yeah.
It was really, but it was very funny every time he met and married a new lady.
Yeah.
Uh, like, I can't help it. I fell in love. you don't
Yep.
choose to fall in love with.
Yep. Well, a couple observations a friend of mine had. His first wife does not appear at all in the second half, which I thought was weird.
Oh yeah, that is weird because she was rock solid, im- important part of the first half.
Yeah. So clearly we made a choice, which I understand, to say that was that chapter. It's
Yeah.
done. But
Yeah.
it seemed weird.
Yeah, because it seems like, I don't know, but it seems like the two of them are still kind of good with each other,
Yeah.
but maybe that's because they don't interact.
Yeah.
They've made the choice to be like, we're done.
Yep.
Let's not do things together so I
Yeah.
can continue to speak well of you.
And then the second with the new wives, what occurred to me was with Christy Brinkley, it seemed very much like you were trying to have a real marriage.
Absolutely.
And you spent a lot of time together. So it was this chunk of time.
Yeah.
And then the next wife was like this,
Yep.
or maybe even like this, that middle wife.
Yep.
And my wife said something very great that is something a woman will say when he goes, we just had a connection. And my wife is like, oh, come on. But she's right. You did it. Because at that point, now you are just an old man with money.
Right. Yeah. And you had a connection with a 24-year-old lady.
Yeah, I can tell you exactly where that connection occurs.
Yes.
Yeah, it's lower.
Here, I can tell you as an older guy, you just don't run into women who are 24.
Right.
Or like at work, you see them, and that's that. And you don't mess around at work, obviously. But I'm like, they're not stopping on the street to talk to me.
No.
They certainly don't stop if I'm walking towards them. There's a little bit of a social firewall.
Yeah.
We went to a baby shower for a friend of ours yesterday. Our friends are, 40 and 42, having a baby.
Mazel.
Also very great. And there were younger people there, and I was like, I wouldn't even know we're from different planets.
Yeah.
Took a typewriter to college. What am I gonna say to you? You use ChatGPT to put your outfit together.
Yeah. The worst. Have you ever seen
Yeah.
Dane Cook's wife?
Yes,
Who he met when she was a child.
that's right. Gross.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's the same nonsense out of his mouth. We have this deep connection. She's
Mhm.
very spiritual, philosophical, whatever
Yeah.
word salad of just like, how do I say that it's nice that her tits are brand new?
Yeah.
Because that's what it is.
That's what it is. Say that.
Yeah.
It'd be weird.
Yep.
It'd be a weird documentary.
Well, here's what I always think when I meet somebody in their 20s, and this is when I meet somebody in their 20s who's a boy or a girl, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I always think, what a nice child.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's not a whit of a joke there, not exaggerating. When
No.
I meet people in their 20s, I always feel like now I know they're not children in as much as the
Right.
world has demands that they make of them.
Sure. They have jobs and stuff, but
But they're children in the sense that
children.
I've got to be a good caretaker of their well-being in our brief interaction.
Right. Yeah. The best I can hope is to impart something that they can use. They got nothing for me.
Yeah,
I think what a lot of older guys think or enjoy about, besides the brand new tits, is they like to say things that the other person has never heard. Information, lines, whatever, sex talk.
right.
You're like, wow, I've never heard that. I didn't know that. And old guys like that.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Can't tell, a woman over 40 knows everything and can tell when you're lying and can tell when you made something up and knows what knows all your subtext, knows what you're trying to pull.
And we'll correct you when you're a little bit wrong about the thing you're very confident about.
Sure. And that's, more rewarding, but also tiring. So it's not crazy that they're like, hey, the capital of Vermont is Montpelier. And they're like, wow, you know capitals? And you're like, look at me.
For me, worldly.
I'm worldly. I'm Eastern Seaboardly.
Yeah.
And man, we're connecting.
Uh, that that second, no, third wife, when she just was like, I want to go out more, and
Yeah.
realized he's old.
Yeah. I
I,
mean, great.
yeah.
That's what happens.
And I do like, I bet you the way she told the story is perfectly 100% true, where he just goes, so you want a divorce? Okay.
Yeah. All right. Deal completed.
Yeah. I do feel like some of those later marriages were fear of being alone.
Absolutely. Probably including the most recent one.
Yeah.
That one seems all right. Right? I can't remember. I feel like she's not super young. And
She's definitely young,
that's
but
the number up.
she has her own career.
Yeah. Has children.
Yeah, they had children together, which is I'm fine, whatever. That's fine.
That's
That's
fine. They'll be well taken care of.
yeah, I was thinking that. Well, and that was one thing I thought is if she did it for the money, partly, which I think is me being generous to use the word partly.
Yeah. Maybe a big partly.
Yeah, but I'm okay with that. He gets to be a dad. He gets kids to leave the money too. Because what are you going to do with it anyway?
Yeah, you definitely start thinking about that.
And there is something beautiful about, as you know, like you said, it sucks having an older dad who's going to die. But I had that and it was fine.
Right. Yeah.
As long as they live long enough to give you the memories. And then the other upside is since you're so young, that person gets remembered a very long time.
Yep.
That's pretty nice.
Yep. Absolutely.
So yeah, I didn't have any problem. Well, of course I don't have any problem with it. It's none of my business, but I wasn't I didn't find any of it creepy. I did find some of it self-deluded,
Yeah.
but I'm self-deluded and that's okay. That's fine to be.
Part of being a living human.
Yeah.
Sure. But yeah, it didn't feel sinister.
Yeah.
Just was like, we have a connection. No.
Yeah, it wasn't the Dane Cook weirdness because that thing was disgusting.
Yeah. They were all of age when he met them, at least.
He didn't groom them,
Uh-uh.
which honestly, my God,
Yeah.
I
That
never
was,
liked him as a stand-up anyway. My God.
my God.
Um, Horatio Sands makes an appearance.
Oh, that's right. Uh,
I it's funny because I remember that sketch when it
sure.
was live. So just to put this all in context for anybody watching who doesn't remember Horatio Sands, there was a nice chunk of time when Billy Joel was just a hilarious punchline about the dangers of drinking,
Yeah. Especially drunk driving.
drunk driving. Yeah, he's very adamant. He's like, I never got one DUI.
Yeah, that was great. Like you crashed into a house.
Yeah, you've got at least one guy who went, oh, well, I'm not gonna give you a DUI, but come on, Billy.
Yeah, man. You got to pay for this guy's house.
Yeah, the Horatio Sands thing. This is not important, but it needs to be said. Man, I've never liked how very little Horatio Sands ever tried.
Yeah, it was especially, it was also an era of SNL impressions that I hated, which was if you were doing an impression of like Billy Joel, you just sing the songs all the time,
Yeah.
or all your dialogue is lines from songs instead of trying to be. I always have hated that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just him, and it wasn't just that sketch, but that was a particularly egregious version of it.
Yeah. The premise of the sketch, for those who don't remember, was Billy Joel is he their Uber driver, but he's their driver.
Their driver, for whatever reason,
And he picks somebody up. And Maya Rudolph is great in that sketch. She's the saving grace of that sketch
always.
because she loses her mind and goes, "You gotta keep yourself out of." She's very funny.
Yeah.
But it was interesting to me that part of the reason he pulls back from performing is he's not enjoying being a joke.
No. Yeah. And who does? Certainly for that.
Yep.
Also, like, you never had a word to say about me until I fucked up.
Yep.
So,
Now, here's a question for Alex.
present.
Imagine that doesn't happen. Imagine Billy Joel doesn't become a punchline. People are nicer about it.
Uh-huh.
And because he's not a punchline, imagine that's the main reason he doesn't stop touring or that he does stop touring.
Yeah.
So he doesn't stop touring, he continues. Do you think his legacy's as good? Because I think possibly stopping for a while made people miss him
Yeah.
and made people rethink about it. And I don't think people would have rethought about him.
No, I think if it's constantly being served to you, you don't have time to recalibrate your thoughts.
Right?
You have to be missing for a while. Um, it is a thing, I know of enough famous people now where had I haven't had discussions with them, but I've heard discussions about them and from them calculating that. Like,
Oh,
I need to be not in no movies for 2 years because people are tired of seeing me. Even though they like me, they are making decisions about who I am that are impacting the work I get. I'm going to sit it out for a little while and then I'll come back as a comedy person, or I'll come back and do a war movie.
right.
It's becoming more of a like stirred into your career plan.
Yeah.
Hey, you did 6 comedies in a row. 4 of them were pretty good. Now don't be in anything for 2 years.
Yeah.
Back and do an Apple series where you're a spy. Because if you do that immediately, people will laugh at your spy.
Yeah.
And if you just keep doing comedies, people will get tired of it.
Yep.
Nobody wants to see it. Or, move from performance into production.
Yeah.
Um, it's a great, Brad Pitt's career is great that way
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
in certain kinds of movies, but his production company makes these wildly, he takes big swings with his production company and makes like great films about people of color and small films that wouldn't have gotten made. Um, and then he'll go out and do a big movie, take that 50 million or whatever he makes and pour it into 3 little movies. He has a great plan.
Yeah.
And he, years ago, um, decided it was for the most recent Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
He made a conscious decision to be like, I'm going to go on all the award shows and make fun of Quentin Tarantino because that's good for both of us. Because Quentin Tarantino is considered someone who takes himself too seriously and is kind of a jag. And I'm considered serious and no fun. So I will do these jokes, and it's good for both of us.
Oh my God.
On every award show. making fun of Tarantino's foot fetish and everything else. And it was great.
Yeah.
And we're like, Brad Pitt's hilarious. And I'm like, he's fine. But the fact that he's doing any jokes
Yeah.
was so jarring to people. Like those calculations, I think, are now very precise.
Oh,
And
that's funny because,
it
and you're
sort of
right, by the way, a guy like him, if he makes even a little joke, people are like, he's so funny. And it's like, well, no, you just didn't expect anything.
right. Yeah. Which is, I guess fair in its
Yeah.
way.
Well, it's like the occasional time when Sean Penn has said something funny, it's very jarring.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because he's not punching you.
Yeah, he's just seems to be, I think, what the term I think is humorless dick.
Yeah.
I wonder about the other artists from that era if they had ever done the same thing where it turned out to be great that he never had a new album
Right.
because you
Yeah.
never had to deal with the new album.
Yeah. The new album, yeah, it does become like an albatross for fans, even.
Yes.
Like, oh, I have to like this.
Yeah.
You start making excuses for the album. I mean, there were many times where Billy Joel's new album came out, and I was like, oh no, I think I don't like a lot of these songs. And then you're like, no, actually, this is pretty good. You like talk yourself into it. Um, and then you have to explain to your friends why it's a good album. You're like, yeah, it's not kind to your fans sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. And especially because now in retrospect, it's good to have other people talk about it rather than just us being surly. Because then
Yeah,
you get a perspective. You're like, yeah, you're right. He did a lot of like trying to do different things.
yeah,
Pretty cool.
that was very, and obviously that was very conscious. He talks a lot about that.
Yeah.
I like that he also had an idea for an album
Yeah.
instead of just 10 songs that don't relate to each other. He'd be like, I want this album to be this,
Yeah.
and 10 ways into that theme.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the Rolling Stones in concert?
Yes. Well, I saw them at SNL,
Right on.
so I will take.
They have too many albums.
Yes.
And the at this point, I would say over half are garbage.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
had they stopped earlier, that wouldn't be true.
Wouldn't be a problem. Yeah. Do feel like they are a touring band.
Yeah.
So they always had to have stuff to tour with. Um, and that's probably why they have too many albums. But
But Billy Joel proves that's not true. You can just tour.
but yeah, it's true. But also he came across that organically.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Uh, it wasn't like a brilliant plan on his part.
And
But
also maybe if you're the Rolling Stones, you can't because Billy Joel has so many songs from all these albums that you'd like to hear.
yeah.
And the Rolling Stones have songs you'd like to hear, but if it was just the best of, it's probably 9 songs.
Yeah, and a lot of them kind of similar.
Yeah.
Other. Um, yeah, no, it was uh would have been a great calculation if it had been a calculation.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the fact that, he released a new song last year and there were headlines for weeks. A
Yeah.
new Billy Joel song.
Yeah.
Um, didn't even have to make an album to get that kind of publicity. And I don't know how the song did on the charts, but it did great in the press.
It's great in the press, and I'm sure it sold fine.
Sure, it sold fine.
For as much money as he needs, I'm sure it was fine.
Yeah.
Hey,
Now, did that song when we saw him.
yes.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
I had seen him once before we went, and he had done that song and really had trouble with it. I was like, oh, and he said, like, this is the new one. I'm gonna try. Not in the studio right now. This song is hard.
That's really funny. Yeah.
Really was a little bit raggedy.
Do you remember when was the context that he performed with Pink? Because I remember they did something together. I don't
Yeah.
think they recorded together, but there was a because there's a reason she's in the documentary. She's in it more than I would think she needs to be, but it's nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It was probably, it might have been the 9/11 charity
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Sandy concert, something like that.
Because she's got a very like when she comes on the screen, it suddenly feels like instead of watching a documentary about Billy Joel, it's a clip from remember the 80s? Because all she ever does is say nice things.
Yeah, which is great. Um,
Yeah,
and I feel like she's a lot like him. I feel like she's just like a tough chick.
yeah, okay. I do like her very much.
I like her a lot, but I feel like she's like, yeah, fuck you. I do this. Uh, this is yeah, she doesn't take much shit,
Yeah,
is my guess.
yeah, she seems like a very lovely person. Yeah, you're right. And then she's that version, the version of that who has to be the mom.
Yeah.
So she's like, oh, yeah, I ain't gonna be getting a bunch of a bunch of young husbands.
No. Yeah. Yeah, it's very rare that you hear. I remember Bonnie Raitt saying, like, I got into rock and roll to get laid. That's the only time I've heard it from a female performer.
Did she say that?
Yeah. It's like, that's it. Why else?
Honey Red, you're great. Man, she's great.
So great. I sat behind her at the SNL 50th.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
I bet she looks great.
She looked amazing. Yeah. And I don't know, she's pretty old, I think, at this point, but she looked
Yeah.
great. She was very nice to everybody who came by, which was a lot of people.
But she's like 5'2" or something, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, and like 5'8" with the hair.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Because, yeah, tiny is always helpful for aging. It just is.
That's true. Uh-oh.
Everything's,
What?
yeah,
Oh,
everything's, well, you're skinny, so that's helpful.
I'm skinny. Yeah, but my spine is not happy with me.
No, and then, yeah.
Less and less. So yeah, I
Yeah.
get it. Maybe I'll get that smallening surgery.
I was a brief thought about the ending of the whole damn thing is just they let him say what he wants to say.
Yes.
And that was the only thing that I thought in the whole thing that felt unnatural. Because again, going back to the thing that if you ask me what I think about life, I'll tell you, but I'm not sure that's true that I think.
Yeah.
And he does this thing where he's like, you know, I'm a work in progress and I'm still figuring it out. And the camera pulls back, and I'm like, seems like what you are is still kind of an alcoholic, is what it seems like.
Yeah. And a crank,
Yeah,
which is great. I mean,
yeah,
I think that's a pretty accurate portrayal. It's
yeah.
like he, I mean, he's not happy.
No.
Um, he may experience joy, but I don't think he like is satisfied. Um,
Do you think he's a little bit on the spectrum?
I don't know. I don't feel qualified anymore
Okay.
with regard to the spectrum. Um,
Because it occurred to me that so his stepson, who spoke very fondly of him, which I think in part one,
yeah,
so I think that speaks well of Billy Joel, that if the stepson's is speaking well of you, then that means you came into that and you tried your best.
yeah, you did pretty good. If he's willing to be in the documentary at all.
Yep.
Get
But
on.
numerous people, stepson, first wife, Christy Brinkley, talked about how it very much seemed like he expressed himself to them as best he could with the songs,
Yeah,
but not other than that.
yeah, probably less so, other than that.
And in fact, when he talks about meeting the current wife, and he's like, "Oh, I've got to play piano in front of her."
Right.
That just seems you have a communication issue, which is fine because don't we all?
Yeah.
Mine is too much. That's my,
Yeah. Mine is I always feel like I will bore the person. No, I'll just like, oh, I'll just watch.
oh,
I'll just like I read some, I think it was an Abraham Lincoln quote, supposedly, that it's better to be silent and be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt.
yeah.
So I was like, oh, I like that. I'll just won't say stuff. That's generally my method.
Well,
Thought
just,
it was interesting how much, sorry to interrupt you,
I don't know.
uh, when he was talking about his songwriting process, uh, and how he like had to be alone somewhere for a long time, and it was really a grind, and it was really hard
Yeah,
to get all these thoughts out. I think that goes to your communication issue.
yeah,
Like even in within the songs, as good as he was at it, inside a song, even that was a ton of work and very
yeah,
difficult. And
yeah. I just to circle back, I'm sorry you ever feel like you're not interesting. You're very interesting.
so thank you. It's
You're a
very
good man. You're a good man. I don't, and
thank
I'm at an age, this is a thing I do when people say something about themselves, deprecating, and
yeah,
I know it not to be true. I'm like, I'm always take the opportunity to let you know that's not true.
thank you. That's very kind.
That people need to hear that because I know I need to hear it when people have done that for me when I'm like, well, me, and you're like, no, no, you're doing good. And I'm like, oh, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's great. Nice to
Now, I
have.
hate to talk about a sour subject, but I have to do it. I'm not trying to make you mad, but a lot of talk about River of Dreams. A lot of River of Dreams.
A little too much, maybe.
I thought of you when it happened, when he was like, this song was just, I,
Uh,
I don't, I didn't even want it because I don't do gospel, but kept, it just kept coming and I was like, I have to, I was like, ah, Alex is mad right now. This is great.
it's so true. It's like that's the one that you couldn't get out of your head.
I heard the call and the response.
Ugh. It's so funny. Of all the things in this, especially in the second half of the documentary, I felt so many things were glossed over.
Oh,
Like the whole Russia trip was like 90 seconds,
yeah.
but he spent so much time on the fucking River of Dreams. Ugh.
Yeah, and they covered it, but they didn't cover it. And how long could the damn thing be? Because you could do a part three or whatever if you really want. You could.
I feel like he did a documentary about the Russia trip.
Yeah, but I'm just even saying like not even just glossing over that, but the fact that that album is the Firing My Original Band album
Yeah.
and very man, if this is why the word unceremoniously was invented.
Man. Yeah.
And good on everybody that they've had such a long relationship and that so much of it was good.
Yeah.
They're all very forgiving and understanding.
Seems that way.
And it was to his credit an artistically motivated choice. I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's good. Yeah, I always thought he had a falling out with Liberty,
Nope.
but it seemed like, oh, just want a different kind of drumming.
The falling out was him not telling him
Right. Yeah, that's
because that'll piss you off.
sure. Yeah, just showing up for work and being like, oh, did somebody?
Yeah. You know the Foo Fighters story of their original drummer?
Mm-mm.
So the Foo Fighters record an album. Dave Grohl doesn't love the drumming, but he likes the drummer. So he goes back and re-records the drum bits himself
Oh,
and doesn't tell him. So the drummer's really not on the album. And
huh.
he's insulted and he's like, you could have told me.
Yeah.
And so then they get a different drummer. But it's the same thing. It's just you don't want to give the bad news. Hey, you're not quite up to snuff.
Right.
You're not, and his original band, what he loved about him was why he thought they were wrong this time.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like I'm doing a different thing now and you're the wrong band for it.
Yeah. It's very weird that it's literally the last album.
Right. Yeah.
They almost made it to the finish line.
Really.
I did
Um,
enjoy the deep dive into the classical album.
yeah, that was nice. A lot I didn't know in there. A lot I don't know about classical.
Yeah.
Like this piece is about a boy who finds an apple and he goes and I'm like, what? How? There's no words.
Yeah.
But it was nice to have some insight. I also like that it's called Fantasies and Delusions.
Yeah.
The reason that he's like, I can't write classical music, but I just wanted to try.
Yeah.
I'm
And
good
I
at.
did find it interesting. The guy who played piano was that guy loved hearing that guy.
Yeah,
The guy who played. And one of the things he said that jumped out at me was Billy Joel has forgotten, because it's such a hard thing to do, how to do notation and how to.
right. Yeah,
Weird.
yeah. None of this is written down anywhere.
Yeah. So basically, you had to have another guy do it.
I liked hearing the discussions between the two of them about like play this part loud and this part soft, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
so you mean this? That was fun to watch. That guy seems like an extraordinary pianist.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah. By the way, critics are dicks because
Sure.
the amount of the things that, like, the searching for some Piano Man pun, especially with the alcoholism,
Oh,
the
yeah,
drunk driving, where you're like, what's a funny way to say he crashed into a house?
right. Oh, yeah, exhausting.
He crashed into an uptown house, or whatever you said.
Some equally shitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, just say the stuff.
Yeah. We didn't start the fire, but you did start drinking too early that day. Just very, yeah, mean, just
Mean
mean.
and lame. Lame is the bigger crime, I
Yeah.
think,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
even the meanness. At
Yeah.
least more about it.
Yeah. It was just, yeah, just unnecessary. Yeah, I do think as much as they talked about the drinking, they glossed over it a lot, but
Yeah.
I don't know how you don't.
Yeah. I think if you really get into it, then that becomes the documentary.
Right.
That's I mean, everybody's with that level of drinking problem, it's a saga.
Yeah.
Really is the main story of your life for
Yeah.
those years, probably more so than any of the music or the touring.
True. It's
God,
the
it was such a bummer to see him like exhausted and touring and writing new albums just to make up the money he lost
yeah.
from that prick.
Oh, and the fact that his brother-in-law is still, hey, I did the best I
Yeah, yeah.
oh, you're a dick.
You're a dick and a criminal.
Yeah, and a criminal. And the fact of the matter is you got away with it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought he went to jail or something.
I thought something happened, or at least there was some money coming back. Didn't seem
Not
like it.
really.
Yeah, wild.
Yeah, and but again, so much is your own fault because people are like, "Hey, you should have more money." No, no, I trust this guy, Christy Brinkley. Hey, I've known him longer than I've known you. Okay.
Okay. She's a model. Trust her when it comes to getting ripped off.
Yeah,
She knows how it works. Yeah, I love that she's the one who like figured it out. She cracked the case.
yeah. She's
They
still
did.
very pretty.
Still very pretty, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's hard to make a dent in that
yeah.
level.
She's a lovely lady, and again, the amount of grief she felt over it not working was really upsetting and good.
Yeah, she seems like a real good person.
Yeah,
Up of being a cutie pie.
and yeah, probably a lot,
Yeah,
but
definitely a lot.
yeah. You know the old quote, show me the world's most beautiful woman, and I'll show you the man who's tired of fucking her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's really because well, and that's the fault of the dude if you got married for that reason. What a dumb reason to get married.
But they had a connection, man.
They had a connection.
I feel like they really did.
Yes, 100%, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. And she was younger, no doubt. Not by
Yes.
as much.
But he was at that point still at least younger as well.
Yes, exactly. It wasn't gross.
Yeah. Yeah. Because now he's got, I mentioned it before, but it's very obvious in the documentary where you're like, yeah, your right eyeball is bigger than your left eyeball. Just the thing that happens because your skin does what it does with age.
Yeah.
And then you've got a good old drinking nose.
Yeah, man. Boxing and then drinking.
Yeah. Well, what a damn legacy. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing that would make me sad is I was like, yeah, it's gonna happen. Not There's gonna come a day when we're gonna talk to each other and go, well,
Yeah.
too bad.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, I hope there's more concerts between now and then.
Yeah.
Or, I hope he's happy. Find some
Yeah.
peace.
I hope there's more concerts. Hey, somebody steal his money.
Right. So I'm sure someone's working on it.
Oh my God.
He closed down his motorcycle shop, I heard.
Yeah.
Probably part of his move to Florida. I guess he can't.
Do you think he stays in Florida or do you think he realizes I belong back in Long Island?
I don't know. I mean, at that age, I
Yeah.
don't want to move now.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always stunned when I meet people who are in their 70s and they're like, "Yeah, we're moving." I'm like, "Oh, I'm done." If I move from here, it's out of duress
Yeah. Or in a box.
or in a box.
Yeah.
Both.
Oh, I do. Yeah. This would probably not be our last place to be because probably not, but yeah, I don't like moving at all.
Oh, no, people are excited about it in
Yeah.
their 80s who are hiring decorators. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Oh no. I mean, I think it's a form of delusion, but I guess maybe good for you. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
When you're young, you move all your own stuff. When you get to
Yeah.
about my age, you have a guy come and do it.
Yes.
If I'm later in my older age, I'll be like, I don't want to do that. I'm just going to set a fire.
Yeah. Now I'm like at the point where I'm like, I want guys to do everything.
Yeah.
If I buy a side table, I'm like, they have to bring it here and put
Yeah.
it together. I'm not carrying it.
Yeah. And nor should you because given enough money, you're not filthy rich or anything, but enough money that you can be a little comfortable, Lord.
That's what I like.
That's what you
Will you tell my wife
that's what you earn by working.
we're about to, when I'm done with you, sir,
I'm
we're going out to scrub the terrace.
very sorry to hear that.
We could hire a guy. No, no, it'll be better if we do it ourselves. It'll be fun.
Boy, it will not be fun.
No, it's simple.
Well, maybe you're doing something together and afterwards you go get coffee or pie or something.
That's a good idea. Maybe I'll make a dinner res.
And then that will be fun because you'll have been together. I went shopping with my wife the other day and I don't like it. And then I was like, but I like being with her. What if I just remembered that?
Yeah,
And so it was nice.
yeah, that often helps where you're like, oh, it doesn't matter that much where we are.
Yeah,
Nice hanging out.
as long as it's us.
Yeah. Oh, a New York state of mind?
That's a good guess, but no,
Nope, it is New York.
it could be. I don't know.
It's a city.
I just know where the artwork's from.
Oh, the artist or the place?
The place. I know where we got that.
At the museum? At the mall, at the poster store.
Well, it might be at the mall. I mean, there might still be one open at the mall.
Home Goods.
In fact, I got two of them. I got it. Two of these paintings.
You got two of those paintings. You got two. You got a couple of paintings from Sears.
That's right.
Great. Ah,
That's from Sears. It really is.
really is. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. That's a really good painting.
Yeah.
Ah, great.
I looked up, what if I wanted to buy a painting from Sears?
Fantastic.
And you know what? I might go back and buy it.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Get a print of that. I won't get the original, of course. I'm sure the original is ridiculously, but
I'm
it's
trying-
neat, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's New York, but it could be. That one building with the diamond shape on top is from a different city.
Oh, maybe Chicago.
Could be Chicago.
The Diamond beat Chicago, probably.
So, yeah, great.
Isn't it nice to know that you've lived in Chicago and New York
And Los Angeles.
and Los Angeles?
I like all those things. Yeah, it's nice to have a history.
Yep.
Uh,
It's funny because I didn't think of Los Angeles, which I lived in the most, but Los Angeles isn't a place you live in
no,
because it's a place you're at,
this
but
place you're at.
but
It,
Chicago, you're in it.
yes, it has a feel.
Yeah.
Los Angeles, I have said in the past, feels like somebody dumped out all the parts for a city, but then didn't put it together. It's just parts. There's skyscrapers and there's strip malls and there's restaurants,
That's
but
great.
don't make any sense.
Yep. Well, Los Angelinos.
Yeah, they all come from somewhere.
Yep.
It's also true. When you would meet a native Los Angelian, it was the weirdest situation. And they were
Yeah.
almost never in the business. They're like, no, I do data mining for some corporation that
Yeah.
happens to be in Los Angeles.
Every now and then you'll meet a native of Los Angeles. Not very often,
Not very.
but every now and then you'll meet a native of Los Angeles who they really want you to know they were born there.
Sure.
They're the ones who are irritated at everybody for coming.
Yes. Like, it was nice here before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most people get it and understand, well,
Yeah.
but there's a couple people who are real acerbic about it.
Yeah. Chicago, very much the opposite. Almost everybody you met was from there
Oh, yeah, true.
and didn't want to go anywhere else.
Yeah. And we'll accept you more or less.
Yeah. They're like, oh, thanks for choosing our city.
Yeah.
And
And,
New
and
York, similar,
yeah,
but they're more aggressive. They're like, of course you chose our city.
we're great. Yeah.
Where else are you going? Fucking Chicago, right?
Oh, real quick, are you optimistic about the Knicks this year?
I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
I think good additions.
I think the coaching change is probably the right thing.
Coaching change is probably good. Gershon is a beast.
Yeah.
The bench.
Yeah.
I think it'll be a season to be excited about.
Yeah.
And playoffs are playoffs, and who knows what happens there.
Yeah. I hope they win the whole damn thing, but that's tough. Do you know what do you have any trivia?
Oh, do you remember that Billy Joel's first band was called the Echoes? They later changed their name, I think after he left. Do you know what they changed it to?
No doubt.
Yeah, no doubt they added a lady. Another no doubt. Oh, that's better than the real answer, which is Lost Souls.
Lost Souls.
Lost Souls.
No doubt it's such a good guess. How long has it been together? Wow.
Uh, fantastic.
It was I will say it would have been Billy Joel's idea. Let's try reggae.
Right. With a hot lady who's younger than me.
Yeah, which but we have a connection.
We have a connection. I feel connected to her. She's an old soul,
Yeah.
whatever other things we say.
Oh, and I cried. I did cry when I saw just they it was well done as far as editing goes. And when I saw the clip of the first time he's playing Piano Man live,
Oh yeah.
oh my God. And
It was
because
great.
they've done a really good job in seeing him in front of you, like it 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 rescues the song from memory because you've heard it so many times.
Yeah.
Manages to wrest it out of there and remind you that it's a song and remind you of all the history.
Yeah. And remind
Make
you that it was a new song at some point.
yes. And what a beautiful thing to rescue a piece of art that way. Good
Yeah.
job, documentary.
Very
Also,
well done.
quit calling documentary series and saying calling them seasons. Why does streaming do that?
I don't know.
That's so
Yeah,
weird.
it's so weird and dumb. It's got to be some legal loophole or something.
Yeah,
They're
so
like,
that's the
it's not.
first season, 2 episodes. Then what do we say? Oh, did you hear the documentary was canceled? They're not doing another season.
They didn't get picked up.
What is going on?
But he wants to watch him go to hydrocephaly treatment.
Yeah, they did not use the new song at all.
Yeah,
Did you find that weird? Did you find that I was like, that's appropriate?
I think okay. It who knows it this documentary may have been in the works longer than that.
Oh,
It's entirely possible that those were simultaneously happening or that hadn't come out yet. Um, it is a little bit beside the point.
agreed.
I mean, it's the challenge, I'm sure, of every documentary of this scope is you got to leave stuff out, and that's probably a perfectly fine thing to leave out.
Yeah, and hearing a great Billy Joel song over the credits rather than, oh, look, the new one over the ending credits is probably better.
Yeah, maybe that's season two.
Yeah, which is 4 hours long and it's just about that goddamn song.
It's just live footage of him trying to figure it out.
All right, what do you want to talk about next week, mister?
Oh, is it my turn?
I think so.
Oh, fuck. I don't know.
Well, that's okay. You know what we could talk about?
What's the list?
Well, what I was going to say is one of the things we could talk about is there apparently from the documentary, there's this big chunk of music, some of which was never released, right?
There's some for sure. I don't. I'm looking up unreleased Billy Joel songs. Mm-mm-mm. Eh, yeah. Oh, he did a cover of Revolution.
That can't be good.
Can't be good. Don't do that.
Yeah. I'm,
Um, can I TBD you?
yeah, we will. Hey, it's a mystery for you listening. What are we going to record about?
Talk about it next time.
Yeah.
Tune in. We'll all find out together.